Hey Third Eye Tribe, and welcome back to Third Eye Tarot. So in today's video, we'll be diving into another one of the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot, and we'll be exploring the Six of Cups. So the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot are known to emphasize the daily events, behaviors, and choices made by an individual in their day-to-day lives. The cards are divided into 4 suits, with each suit containing 14 cards. So today we'll be discussing the 6th card in the suit of cups of the tarot, and that is called the Six of Cups. So when the Six of Cups card appears in a tarot card reading, it is a card that represents a time in your life in which you are able to feel safe and secure. It highlights a time of reunion with old friends and filling your mind with good old memories and reliving them to feel good. It represents a time for recollection of past activities, but also symbolizes for some perhaps a time that they will leave their past behind and move on from all the memories that they were holding on to. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Six of Cups card shows a young boy leaning over and bending towards a girl in the picture with a full cup of flowers. The girl seems to be looking at this gesture and shows respect and harmony and love in her eyes towards this boy. This card symbolizes to us a sense of harmony, cooperation, and balance and peace. There are also 6 cups of love in this card, which are all in the upright position, showing that the love is true and pure. The young children that are pictured here also represent our childhood, our youth, and the great memories that we cherish within us. So behind the boy and girl in the background of this card, we can see an old man who is walking away. His exit in this card symbolizes to us that the children who are pictured here do not need to worry about adult issues, and instead they should just chill in this moment and enjoy their youthfulness, feeling young, free, and innocent. The 2 children here are seen to be standing inside a large home with a huge garden area and full of other amenities, which signifies to us a great sense of security, comfort, love, and nourishment. So when the Six of Cups card appears during a tarot card reading, it symbolizes a time in your life in which you might be looking back at your positive childhood memories, at whichever point you might find yourself at this time of life. It can actually symbol a time in which you might be revisiting past places or revisit memorable moments that are deeply embedded in your heart. This card also symbolizes a time in which you might be attending a reunion for your school or college, or a time in your life in which you might bump into an old friend or an ex-lover from your hometown and your past. This is a very feel-good card, so when you bump into this person, you will feel really great and also get a chance to relive those special moments that you shared with them a long time ago. For some, this card can also signify a time in which you ignite your inner child and go back to living and enjoying all the excitement, fun, and freedom that this world has to offer. It symbolizes a time in which you'll take a break from the rat race day-to-day life and delve deep into your playful self and do things that make your inner child happy, whether it's going out and playing some games, spending some time with your kids, or dancing in the rain. When this card appears in a tarot card reading, it can also indicate children in your life and is usually a very positive card and symbolizes a time in your life in which you'll be sharing great, memorable moments with your children. It can also signify a pregnancy, most probably twins, which are usually non-identical and usually represent one boy and one girl. So when this card appears in the upright position for a love-related reading, and if you're already in a committed partnership, this card can indicate that you and your partner might be childhood sweethearts. For some, it can also indicate having a baby, spending lots of family time with your partner and your children, or perhaps the pregnancy where you discover you're having non-identical twins. For others, this card can also signify a time in your life in which you and your partner are having a lot of problems due to childish behavior, or perhaps problems that are stemming due to your partner running into an old fling or someone that they were deeply in love with from their childhood. If this card appears in the upright position for a career-related reading, it can be a very good sign, for it depicts a time of clarity, goodwill, and sharing. It symbolizes a time in which your creative juices will be flowing, and perhaps you'll get involved in team projects or partner up with somebody who will be very essential on a business project. It can also symbolize a time in which you might be working with very young people, or perhaps a project that concentrates on youth development. For some, it can also symbolize a time in which you or your colleagues or your boss have come together and decided to raise some money for a local child organization or a charity dealing with child development. You can also receive some sort of inheritance, so money can actually come to you from grandparents or great aunts or uncles. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a health-related reading, it can symbolize a time in your life in which you'll be required to be very caring and compassionate towards someone who is ill or who greatly needs your support. It might be an older male figure in your community or your family, or perhaps a childhood friend who really needs your assistance at this time. So now I want to talk a little bit more about the Six of Cups card in the reverse position during a tarot card reading. So when the Six of Cups card appears in the reverse position during a reading, it can signify a time in your life in which you might still be stuck in the past, and a time in your life in which you are deeply submerged in the memories of the past, hoping to get some of that great happiness in the present moment. You might be deeply reminiscing the happiness of those moments and wish you could go back and relive them. But it is also a card that signifies to us that now's the time that we need to accept that life is evolving and rather learn from our mistakes and forgive others, and to stop clinging onto the past and to rather concentrate on the present moment. For some, this card can also indicate a time in which you might have lost touch with your inner child, and the responsibilities of being an adult and your day-to-day tasks have completely consumed you. So when this card appears here, it's a reminder to avoid taking on any excess responsibilities and taking on too much pressure. Start taking out time to feel good and make some time for the things you really enjoy in life. If this card appears in the reverse position for a love-related reading, it might symbolize a time in which you can be facing some boredom or lack of passion with your current partner. Even if this relationship is providing you with security, you still might be feeling overwhelmed and suffocated. It can also symbolize a time in your life in which your thoughts are now drifting to an ex, and you find yourself fantasizing about the love that you once shared with them in your past. For those who are single, it can symbolize for you a time in which you finally have decided to leave your past behind and move on. It is a time in which you've decided to give someone new a proper chance and to allow them to make you feel special. For others, this card in the reverse position, especially for a love prediction, can also indicate that childhood trauma or childhood incidents might actually be restricting you and preventing you from fully committing to a partner, or keep popping up and playing a painful part in your current situation. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a career-related reading, it can signify a time in which you might be very bored with your present situation at work, because you might feel that it's hampering your creativity and your inner creative juices. You might be on the verge of leaving a secure job to go for something which will allow you to exhibit your true and creative potential. It can also signify high chances of working together with children or individuals who are not privileged or do not have a good life. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a health-related reading, it might signify that perhaps some hereditary issues are popping up and making you very ill at this time, or perhaps even some childhood traumas are making you very sad, depressed, and negative. For those who are planning on conceiving or trying desperately to conceive with a partner, this card appearing here in the reverse position can actually symbolize some fertility issues or no successful attempts in conceiving. And so that was all I have to say about the Six of Cups tarot card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found the video very interesting and informative. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with some of your friends in the tarot community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.